I think it's over between Manchester United and Cristiano Ronaldo. I took my time to watch both the part one and the part two of the interview with Piers Morgan before my reaction, because I want to like digest everything. I want my emotion not, I don't want my emotion to overcloud my judgment. I want to be very, very straightforward before I make any reaction. So we're going to react on every point he made in that interview. But one thing for sure, man, I don't see Ronaldo coming back to Manchester United. And I think he have already made up his mind that he's not coming back to Manchester United before that interview. So, but it is what it is, right? The first one is Manchester United have not made progress since Sir Alex Ferguson left. He said that, and I think it's facts. He says since he came back to Manchester United, since he left Manchester United, the jacuzzi remained the same, the swimming pool remained the same, the training facility remained the same. There's no advance in the technology. He compared Manchester United to Juventus, Real Madrid, that he left before coming back to Manchester United. And I think he's right about this one. I think if you really love Manchester United, you should know that all these things were not in place. Because this is it. I'm going to take some players as an example, right? We signed Alex Sanchez from Arsenal. One of the best players in the Premiership at that particular point in time. The best player in Arsenal at that particular point in time. He came to Manchester United, and when he left, the first thing he said is, when he came to Manchester United, he just asked his agent that, please, can I just go back to another club, or can I just go back to Arsenal? That is to tell you how highly he thought of Manchester United before signing for Manchester United. But as soon as he got to Manchester United, he found out that no, the facilities and everything are not to the standard of even Arsenal. There's no lie. There's no lie. Ronaldo was right on this one. Let's talk about Zlatan. Zlatan says, when you look at Manchester United from outside, you think they are this gigantic, this big club. But when you get to that place, you saw little mentality. That means Ronaldo is right about his statement. Let's talk about Mourinho. Mourinho said the team that he finished second with was the most successful thing he has done in his career. So that's to tell you that Ronaldo is not lying. He came back to Manchester United. He saw that no, the infrastructures were not right. There's no development. There's no infrastructural upgrading. Everything was awful. Yeah. I think the second one he talked about was about Ralf Rangnick, and everybody was like, oh man, he's not supposed to say that. No. He says a club with the magnitude of Manchester United are not supposed to bring a technical advisor into the club, which is right. A club of that magnitude should be thinking of bringing a proper manager. I know some people say, no, they just want to make sure that he just finished 6 months. Make use of Carrick. Finish the season with Carrick, not bring on technical advisor. What has he done? Let me ask you this question. What different does Ralf Rangnick, what different does he in any way brought to Manchester United? No difference. In fact, he has the worst record in Manchester United since Moyes. Moyes had a better record than him. So I think Ronaldo was right on this one again. You understand? So I don't know why some people take this personal and they feel like it was not right for him to say it. It was absolutely right for him to say that Manchester United is a big club. They are so big that they don't deserve to have a technical advisor. Rather, they deserve a proper coach. You understand? Which is right to me, sorry. He talks about the player with good attitude. I love this one because if we know Ronaldo, all of us that knows Ronaldo, we know that he's such a hardworking guy. He's not as talented as Lionel Messi. And what makes him one of the greatest players of all time is his hard work, his ability to be very, very disciplined, to watch what he eats, to watch how he works out. And now I think he's giving some players some accolade here, because when Piers Morgan asks him about the attitude of some players, he says, yeah, that we have some players that have a very, very good attitude in Manchester United. He talks about Dalot, and you and I can come to terms that definitely Dalot's season has been outstanding. Even when Dalot was in AC Milan, the report from AC Milan was that he was a very, very top professional. The way he trained, the way he worked hard was just out of the world. So I think that is absolutely right about Dalot. He talks about Martinez, which we cannot argue about that. Martinez is one of our best players presently. He has done outstanding well in our defense. He brought that confidence and hard work and passion to the defense of Manchester United. He talked about Casemiro, even when he says Casemiro is 30. Yes, we can still see that Casemiro has been outstanding. And when Casemiro got his chance in Manchester United, he has been there now. And I don't think anybody can bench him. So I think he talks about this, about their attitude. And I think that this fits into what he says, yeah. He talks about the young players lack attitude now, that they get things on a platter of gold. They don't work hard before they got things. Or like him, he talks about him learning from the likes of them Roy Keane, Postecoglou, Van Nistelrooy, but that these young players presently now, they don't work hard, they don't listen, and they got things easily. He even used his own son as an example, and he says he's not just talking about the young players in Manchester United, he's talking about young players all over the world. See, quite a lot of people, I think, need to understand that Ronaldo is not an Englishman. He would have been way better in his composure, in his articulation, if this interview was done in Portuguese. Do you understand? I think because we're seeing quite a lot of flaws in this interview because it was in English. If this interview would have been done in Portugal, and all of us understand Portuguese, we understand Portugal, and we listen to him in Portuguese language, I think this interview would have made more sense. But because he speaks in English, so, and again, the person that was interviewing him kind of manipulates him sometime, but I think if it was Portuguese, he would have got it all right. But all in all, to me, he's charismatic, and his English was still okay. That's it. He talks about Erik ten Hag. Yeah, this is where I have a problem with Cristiano Ronaldo, because I feel you don't have to go like very on Ten Hag. He said he doesn't respect Ten Hag because Ten Hag does not respect him, or Ten Hag does not trust him, because Ten Hag was not using him, because Ten Hag gave him 3 minutes against Tottenham. And I say this, I say you can't be a player of Ronaldo with that caliber and you're winning 2-0, your coach could not bring you in 15 minutes, but he's bringing you on 3 minutes to go. It's embarrassing. It's insulting. But I feel Ronaldo may have just said, you know what, I think the best thing for him to do at that particular point in time is to just say, you know what, let me just come in, play my 3 minutes, go back to his office and tell him that, no, the next time you do this, I'm not going to come on. You understand? And he accepted the fact that it was wrong for him to leave the field, that he regretted leaving the field, but he was angry, and he did say he regretted leaving the field, but he did not regret not coming on. You understand that he's too big to come and play 3 minutes, last 3 minutes for the club. I think that was absolutely very wrong from Cristiano Ronaldo. For him going on Ten Hag was wrong. He is your boss. I know he has already made us mad that he's not going to play for Manchester United again. But that is it. I think that was it. He says again that Erik ten Hag will say something different to the media to make the media love him, and he will do something different to him as a person. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's lie. But I think when we hear from Ten Hag, or when we hear from Manchester United, we're going to know. But I feel like, to be fair enough on Ten Hag, I feel Ten Hag gave him quite a lot of chances. To be fair, he wasn't just in form, and it's just what it is. But I feel Ronaldo was wrong on this one. He shouldn't have gone that hard on Ten Hag. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't at all. Ronaldo, he talks about his ex-players are criticizing. See, if there's something I learned from this interview, is there is a player code. If there's something I learned from Cristiano Ronaldo interview, there is a teammate code. And I think he sticks to that. Because you find out that throughout the interview, he did not pick any player out to criticize. Do you get it? And I think this player code or teammate code has been working for a very long time. Because you see Gary Neville, when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was coaching Manchester United, there was no time Gary Neville criticized him. No time. Even when Rooney did not criticize him, right? And I think Ronaldo felt like, if you could not criticize Ole, why criticizing me? Do you get it? And he felt, I could understand that. I've not seen Ronaldo criticize any of his players. Do you get it? I know he's not a pundit now, But I think there should be a line between punditry and your mates. Do you get it? There's a way you could see, like, look at Roy Keane still somehow criticize him a little bit, but he made people understand that, man, if you give this guy a chance, he'll perform well. And that's why he's a friend to Roy Keane, his friend to Rio Ferdinand, and he said that he's not friend to Wayne Rooney or Gary Neville, that they are not friends, they are just ex-players. Yeah, that's it. Finally, man, the most beautiful part of it is he talks about Lionel Messi. He talks about Lionel Messi. He talks about how good Lionel Messi is. He talks about how great Lionel Messi is, and he talks about how they've shared moment for the last 16 years. And he has maximum respect for Lionel Messi. So you see, everybody that have been saying that Ronaldo did not like, or Ronaldo have no respect for Lionel Messi, or Ronaldo don't like Lionel Messi, now I think you have proved everybody wrong, that he loves Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is such a top-notch player. That Lionel Messi have done absolutely great for football, and he deserves all the respect that he's getting now. And finally, they asked him about the World Cup, and he said if he wins the World Cup, he's retiring. I think this is just my reaction from the interview, but to be candid, I think I'll still stand by it, man. About 70% of those interviews, everything he says were right. You were right. And I feel like if he would have done this interview in Portugal, in Portuguese language, he would have been, I think we would have got a different version of interview than this English interview. Please, if this is your first time of seeing this channel, subscribe, like, and on your notification button so that you can get content just like this. Please, if this is your first time of seeing this channel, subscribe, like, and on your notification button so that you can get content just like this. And